Hey everybody, it's Master Gallengeist here, bringing you my review for The Amazing Spider-Man issue 12, 2025. Ooh, that is a really nice cover there, seeing all the Spideys being like, who the fuck is this Spidey? And we've got McGinnis here as well as inside, and it's really good. So let's crack into this. What you need to understand is that extra-dimensional incursions happen all the time. Friend who hates cats suddenly gets a Siamese incursion. Political flip incursion. It's like, oh god. It's interesting that we had the incursion kind of stuff in the comics before, and now it's like, oh god, now we're using them to blame this on this stuff. You know how no one used to be allergic to nuts, and now it's everyone? Maybe it was underreported. People are jumping between PUs. That's parallel universes. PU. Nails it, Dr. Crenshaw. Mr. Crenshaw. Dr. Crenshaw is my father. Call me Hermes. Mr. Crenshaw. Nora assured me that you were an expert on Spider-Man. Fact check J3. I said he claimed to know why Spidey went aggro. Haven't you been listening? Incursion caused by Hellgate. The Havasu Baja of Arizona left us an oral history of the one who guards the gate, clearly a reference to a boundary between dimensions, the crossing of which I witnessed firsthand when Hellgate emerged from the Earth to a cacophony of cosmic radiation. So, what you're telling me with a straight face is that some bruiser punched Spider-Man so hard that he swapped places with a more violent version of himself from another dimension. Congratulations, you are now enlightened. Do you know the only thing I like better about podcasts and newspapers? I'm allowed to tell you that you're a fucking idiot on a podcast. What? And now a message from our sponsor, Zetaline. Yep, you gotta watch out there, JJ. For a significant portion of my adulthood, I have lived a double life, so I expected that becoming Spider-Man would be easy, frankly. Life as the Goblin was complex, but there was a simplicity to it, compartmentalization. I wrought violent delights with one part of my brain, conducted my business with another. As a whole, it worked. A singular nightmare, yes, but I had nothing to gain by waking up from it. This is different. To be him requires a permeable membrane between the work and life, an awareness of what's happening in the city at all times, or at least the neighborhood, which were one and the same to Peter as far as I can tell. Frankly, it's exhausting. I don't understand how he did it, especially when so many did not appreciate his efforts, carrying cruelty and suspicion behind their passing gratitude, or when those who loved him mistook his responsibility for neglect. I was clinically insane as the Goblin. Peter chose this life and somehow managed to make it work, on balance. I must do the same. Failure isn't an option yet, and yet I would not call what I'm doing succeeding. Personal note, extend wall clinger battery life. Also, schedule Cairo appointment. And I really love this. I mean, McGinnis's work with Spidey is just really fucking good. I just love how Spidey is in action and the expressiveness that we get with the Spidey, him taking down some villains, a speedster kind of person just whipping, him being like, this, and then seeing how he utilizes the stuff to simulate the wall crawling and what he's got to do with that. It's like, alright, cool. Rand Applied Science, Cross-Disciplinary Studies Group. So we then check in with Ben, being Peter. We're so close I could taste the Nobel Prize, like literally, in my mouth. Tastes like Swedish fish, in case you're wondering. Whoop. We're losing him. Instead of imagining praise and riches, Parker's lost in thought, which can only mean he's going to say something responsible and boring. Sorry, B. But we can't pop the champagne until we test the structural integrity. And I kind of like that Ben is kind of like the no-nonsense one here. And how it's a little bit different than Pete. Pete would kind of... I mean, he's got the quipping stuff that he goes for with Spidey, but he's a little bit more lighthearted. Here, he's kind of more serious, with Ben in charge being Peter than, like, Peter being Peter. I have faith in our abilities and also the unearned confidence of an American white guy. Super scientific. It's like, yeah, got him this far, but won't help when your Mysotera rots from inside and falls on people. Also, the Nobel Prize is Norwegian, not Swedish, you uncultured swine. He knew that, Astrid. I did not. Dude, do not stress. My bio will keep up with your tech, I promise. I've been here every night until 3 to get this over the finish line. This explains the sloppy chem, but you need a bromate. Understood. As he's, like, looking at her, it's like, okay. It's like, sometimes you need to just, like, take a break and see what's going on. You think Dr. O.M. sent her to help or kill me slowly? Astrid's a diagnostician, Brian. She says this stuff won't hold. We have to do better. I just really want to see this thing through to the end, you know? It's like, interesting, because I think he kind of wants to finish this before Peter gets back. Why wouldn't you? Wait, you did not get headhunted already. You've only been here like a few months. No, Brian, I love it here. This has been the best job I've ever had. But you know how it goes. Sometimes plans change. Not this time. I fought to get you into this in this building. Dr. Owen loves your work. We're going to make this work together. You don't leave me hanging like a. So don't leave me hanging like a pinker. And like, Ben doesn't understand what he's talking about. I don't know what a pinker is. I just know I need caffeine and you need to fix those formulas. Serious? You forgot the pinker incident? You gotta let go of the past, man, for both of our sakes. Focus on the future. Sure, as Brian's like, that's kind of weird. There's one area where my personal life and that of my adopted persona overlap. My client appeared in court today as a courtesy, an open loop that needs closing. And because the innocent do not shy from scrutiny, prosecutors have dropped all charges against Roderick Kingsley in the Queen's Cola food tampering case. Fuck that. So now, hopefully, they'll do their jobs and look for the cowardly individuals who went to great lengths to wrongly accuse my client of heinous crimes against the people of New York. Congratulations, Kingsley, Norman. Round to you. Not game? Hope does spring eternal. Must have cost a pretty penny hiring all those Harvard law chums to try to nail me. I'll make more. The ROI will be worth it. Norman, you lost your edge when you hung up the pointy hat. Accept it and fly off into the sunset with some dignity while you still can. Of course, they're shaking and everything, and it's like, well, fuck you. Did you send an assassin to kill me? Is that why you came after me? Heh, don't worry, Normie. Wasn't me. I deserved that pleasure for myself. Play back and enhance. Did you send an assassin to kill me? I deserve that pleasure for myself, friends. We may have ourselves a new ally in the cause. It's like, shit. I actually really kind of like it, kind of focusing on Norman here, which I never thought I would say that in a Spidey comic. Like, this is just, it's weird, but it's working for me. If it's not working for you, I totally get that. If I started spouting this shit without even letting you read it or like look at it, you'd be like, that sounds fucking stupid. No thank you. Kingsley's smug escape from prosecution reminds me how much I despise losing. That's definitely Norman there. The weight of it festers inside of me. Tonight, Spider-Man will visit the Hobgoblin's lair and take direct action. I can't help but wonder if Peter ever felt this burning in his gut. Helpless because an adversary outstripped him through financial means, systemic corruption, or simply through raw power. Did he just turn that frustration into action, or feel that? I can hurt you any time I want. That's your life, Norman. What are you going to do to change that? As we see, that's crazy, and I really like that we use the same kind of thing that we've been saying with younger Peter, with younger Norman here too. Did he act simply to keep ghosts at bay? Perhaps I should consider getting more rest, and I like that. I'm like, crazy, man, looking. Ahem. Hey, what's up? You've been causing a stir, wearing a spider on your chest. You don't get to do that. Yeah, thanks for being D tier so I can play too. Spider boy. Sorry, that's mean. C tier. You're gonna let the big kids talk now. Yeah, sure. Sorry, Arana. Stay cool and I don't give you a web cocoon. How did you find me? Nope, you first. Why are you pretending to be Spider-Man? We don't know you. We don't trust you, so this better be a heck of an explanation. I actually really like how these Spideys are handled, and especially Miles. Miles, not going off the deep end first. He's like, all right, explain what's going on, and doesn't go completely into I will fuck you up mode. Fair enough. Where do we start? The truth. One day Spider-Man is in New York, and then all of a sudden he's elsewhere. I felt him go. Felt? You're connected? So he's alive? He's alive. And I love that kind of like, again, McGinnis's expressiveness for the Spidey mask is great. He's like, that kind of relief. We buy the surprise slash relief silk? Actually, yes. But it doesn't change the fact that not Spider-Man is putting people in the hospital pretending to be our friend. Take off the mask and start talking. Spider-Man, trust me. You should too. Wheat cakes. Magic word. We live in a world of psychics and telepaths, little dude. What else you got? I kind of love Spider-Boy. It's like, dude. Okay. Work to do. Thank you for letting me know our friend is alive. Maybe I wasn't clear. I am not accustomed to being touched with or without permission. With or without kindness. I kind of get you there, Norman. Though I wouldn't go completely nutty. And Miles is being as calm as possible. But of course, this kind of dogs out. And we see a really fucking amazing... Thank you. That's beautiful there. Thank you. I mean... And then we get Spidey's in action. Shame, embarrassment, fear collide within me at the same time. The precipitate of that toxic reaction is the same that's plagued me for my entire life. Anger. I'm moving before I even realize what I'm doing. And in the span of a breath, I realize I have an opportunity to stop. Wait, spider punch tag! The moment passes as we see them trying to, like, punch at him and, like, web him up, but Spider Boy's the one that gets the hit in. Oh, and good stapling, no loose pages. I'm possessed of a sickening calm, because though outnumbered, my opponents don't realize I've been fighting spiders my whole life. Enough! And then, of course, Miles is able to get a venom punch on his ass. Ah! The flavor doesn't matter. Sorry! As he's able to start dodging other things around. They're all the same. Soft, merciful. Come on, webheads, wrap this up. And I really like him flying out and seeing how he does his webbing like that. That's really kind of cool. It's like, oh, shit. Inexperienced in the cruelty of the world. Cruelty I know too well, as he goes in and does a gut punch to Silk. Like the blood on my mouth, it is a taste I savor. Yeah, so you're going to stop messing with my friends now, or I'm going to put you in the hospital. If they won't trust me, they will fear me. And Miles going that kind of route is like, I think it's Miles. No! Okay, that's not Miles. That's who kind of pops up later. That's where I was kind of going, because Miles is webbed up at the moment. It's like, alright, let's see who this is going on. Fear is how you get respect. How you show strength. Dad? How you get what you want. How you show love. How? Wait, that voice. How? No. And I really like it kind of echoing back in, showing what's kind of going in his head, but then he hears the voice. How am I here again? With her. Always her. Nice to meet you, Mr. Osborn. I'm Gwen Stacy. I'm in class with your son. I'm here for Harry. Promise. Gwen! As we see, of course, Spider-Gwen. Go Spider. As he's kind of choking her. And then, of course, that kind of just hits him out. Gwen! And I kind of like this reaction where it kind of just, like, hits him and he's like, oh, God. Hospital it is. It's like, I love how we're talking about the hospital kind of bit. And it's like, don't send people to the hospital. Stop them if you can. Like, God, Gwen, I'm sorry. I'm fighting children. I'm so sorry. Osborn? And that's what kind of gets him to get the mask off. It's like, interesting. I'm glad that he's got such a reaction to that. And they're like, I gotta stop. And then seeing the Spideys. Is he famous or something? Tell you later, bud. It's kind of nuts of like, and I kind of like that kind of look with Miles being like, yeah, I'll tell you later, man. Don't worry about it. He trusted me. Trusted me to keep a secret, to help him when he needed. Peter said I was good at being good. I wanted him to be right, more than anything. Okay, Norman, keep going. We're listening. And listen, I like Miles as well. Miles is great. And this right here is why I love Miles. Him and Pete went on real good points. He's like, okay, Norman, keep going. We're listening. He's listening to what's going on here because he wants to make an informed call on what's going on. That's good. And I like that. Hopefully we see that with Spider-Boy, Arana, and Silk. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not that well versed with them. And I like them kind of like seeing what's going on with that. So we shift off. Let's see. I know that we have been here before, but I feel good about this one. We have the right tool for the job and the right man. Don't get ahead of yourself, kid. Elsewhere, hidden. I'm not signing up to join your little cult, though I do appreciate the theatricality. I said I'd hear your proposal. This is the proposal, Mr. Kingsley. All we need is the right pilot, and Norman Osborn will finally completely pay for his crimes. Sic Semper Monstrum, to be continued. I think like a spider, goblin slayer kind of thing. It's like, okay, let's see what goes on there. Of course, we got Spider's Web. No real change-ups yet in the Spiders and Symbiotes kind of corner. And then a look at the sale in October for issue 13 with Space Spidey. Space Spidey. So I really enjoyed this issue. I like that it focused more on Norman and looking into his past as well. Just like we've been looking into Peter's, seeing that he had a pretty bad relationship with his father and how that kind of stuff works on people. Like, Pete had a kind of rockiness that would pop up with him, Ben, and May. But overall, it was a good, loving, supporting relationship, as we've seen, and that informed him as the man that he is. And I like seeing Norman going through this, trying to be Spidey, and then getting kind of screwed over and trying to stymie Roderick Kingsley, him getting drawn into those people that are trying to assassinate him. I like checking in with Ben and how he has a different kind of relationship with Brian, and how Brian's kind of getting a little bit side-eye, being like, what the fuck's going on here? And I really loved the Spider group being like, you're not Peter, who the fuck are you? And I liked that Miles took point there. I mean, yes, he's pretty much one of the more kind of recognizable ones and has been built up since his time from the Ultimate Universe and how he's been over here. And I kind of like the duality of it, of like the two Spider-Men just doing good shit. And I loved how Joe Kelly handled Miles here, being like, all right, tell me what's going on. Like, he understands that this man has been the Green Goblin, but he's like, all right, you're dressing up as Spidey. You're trying to kind of figure out the thing. You're putting people in the hospital. I like that Gwen was the kind of inciting one that kind of like took him down. They're like, ah, shit. And I just love that Miles was able to kind of talk it out. So we'll see what goes on here. I'm liking these two different stories. If you'd have told me that like we would be focusing on Norman Osborn trying to keep up appearances of Spider-Man on Earth while Peter Parker was in space and that we'd be juggling these, I'd been like, that's the execution that's going to be the bitch of the matter here, and the one that could really gum up the works. And it's like, it's working for me. If it's not working for you, I totally get it. This is definitely going to be on a, if you're open to it and if it works for you. And if neither of those work out, I totally get being like, fuck this shit. I don't want to deal with Spidey in space. I don't want to deal with Norman Osborn or Spider-Man. I totally get that. You want to see a Spidey story for like, well, if you're Amazing Spider-Man, you're looking for Peter Parker. If you're looking for Miles Morales, you're looking for Miles Morales. If you go into that book and you're like, why the fuck am I watching this person do it? Why am I watching Norman be Spider-Man when I want to see Peter Parker or Miles Morales be Spider-Man? It's like, yeah, that's valid, completely and utterly, and you won't get any shit from me on that. If you don't like that, I get that. I just can't believe that it's executed well enough for me to be like, you know what? I kind of want to see where this goes and what kind of relationship kind of works out on this. And then we'll see Peter in the next one and what kind of weird kind of shit he's got to deal with in space. Yeah, so I really like this and can't wait to see what goes on more for it. And it really helps that I really like McGinnis's Spider-Man stuff. Like, I mean, I liked his stuff that he did with the Avengers as well. No problem there. He's a really good solid artist that's able to do good facial features as well as action scenes for whatever kind of character he's handling it. Now, I could understand people being like, the faces are a little bit too square for me in certain instances, but then I'll kind of look at it and point it to these Spidey ones because of the like roundness and everything. But like, yeah, I can understand that. So those are my opinions on the issue. Tell me what you guys think in the comments below. If you liked it, if you didn't like it, if you agree with me, if you disagree with me. Also like and subscribe, and I hope you have a good day.